Okay, this is lecture number 4. I'm Dr. Harris Jensen, giving you a whole series of tips and tricks in how to organize your thinking and tap into your creative energies to write a bestseller. This is for college students. It applies for anyone, but especially for college students, it's going to help you get that first job out of college. Market yourself and showcase your abilities. And I gave this lecture right over there at O'Kelly Hall to about 3 dozen communication students. This is at the University of North Dakota. And so in this 4th lecture, I'm going to go over how do you refine your writing, because a lot of people start and don't follow through. And so how do you keep wrapping things up so you don't have loose ends, like story ideas going here and there, and so, well, I'm reminded of a saying I heard from my philosophy professor, Ben Ring, right here. There's the Chester Fritz Library. I was walking in front here, leaving the med school. That's where medical school classes were. And I looked, and ahead of me was a shuffling figure with long hair and a long coat, and this was my philosophy professor, Ben Ring. He said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I got into medical school." He really wow, that was not something special for him. He doubted authority figures. So he said, "Well, listen, Jensen, if somebody tells you something's true, ask, is it really so?" And we shook hands, and then he went his way, and I went my way, taking a walk to de-stress from med school. So that's an important thing to do. As you're wrapping things up, try to do that every week. And if you're feeling a little mentally pooped out at the end of a long week or a long day, take a walk and then get back at it. Keep that determination, that commitment to do your best, to be at your best every week. You don't have to be intense and a workaholic or type A, but just say, hey, I'm making a commitment to do this, and it's really fun to get a week's work wrapped up. How do you wrap it up? So harvest your ideas from the Google Doc and put it in your Microsoft Word doc. Then you can lose your writing, right? So make sure you have an external drive that you plug in. It's good to do that every day, at least do it once a week, because what if your computer crashes? Then you've lost it all. I use a MacBook Pro, and that's really been rock solid in terms of safety, security, and not crashing. Then make a commitment when you put those snippets of writing into the chapters. Try to make the paragraphs flow, and they don't have to. You're just harvesting the ideas so you don't lose them. Look at the chapters. Do they flow one to another? If not, well, what's a paragraph I can add at the end of one chapter that implies a need for the next chapter? And maybe nothing comes to mind, but you're at least thinking about it, and then in the background, your unconscious can be figuring that out. The next day or the next week, you might go, oh, that's how to tie paragraph 1 with paragraph 2, chapter 1 with chapter 2. So make a little progress every day. You don't have to solve every problem with every paragraph, every chapter, but you're in the flow, you're in the groove, just because of your sheer self-discipline. If you make a little progress every day, then you can achieve just about anything you put your mind to. And that's how I got to be a doctor. That's how I got my book done. Most people don't know that, or if they do, they don't practice that. They just are focused on, what can I get done this week? Oh, there's a test coming up. Oh, well, what's coming up this month? Oh, I need to get that project done. And you're looking at something that takes about a year. So This ability to focus and follow through on year-long projects distinguishes you as among the elite. Like this, you're not normal. In fact, you're kind of weird if you can do that. But people will recognize it when they see your book. So have a sense of, I want to wrap things up each week. I want to get rid of loose ends. I want to, if some of the writing is bad, then don't just throw the whole paragraph out or the whole 5 or 10 paragraphs. Ask, what's a sentence I can throw out? What are some words that don't work? I was throwing out whole paragraphs or pages of paragraphs for years, and I didn't want to edit. It was too hard. So I didn't ask myself, well, what's a way I can learn to edit? I needed to be more patient. I needed to edit when I had more mental energy for that. So timing is everything. In that regard, you should write when your mental energy is up. You might get ideas anytime, day or night, but writing often is best for some people in the evening. Then they're more reflective and they can sit down and hammer away at the writing, maybe just for half an hour, but then you're making progress. Maybe you're a morning person. Okay, then dedicate that morning time to half an hour of tightening things up. And what you're now doing is mental self-discipline. You've created a structure for your day, getting to sleep at a certain time, getting up at a certain time, certain times for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but now you're carving out snippets of time, half an hour every day. This is when other folks are surfing on Facebook and Instagram, and you're tightening up the ideas that you've been harvesting all week long. Then, so you've got daily routines, weekly routines, and then you can make up your mind, once a month, I'm just gonna go like a bat out of hell. I'm gonna set aside 3 or 4 hours, and I'm really gonna pull together something for one chapter. Maybe it's not totally done, but you're going to try to get a lot of it done. You do that 12 times, you got 12 chapters, and that's a book. Let's explore this idea of a little progress every day. Will help you achieve just about anything you want. And when it comes to book writing, you want a 30,000 page book. Well, let's see, if you write for a couple hours, you'll have 500 words. That's what the communication students told me, and that's what the professor told me. So let's say you do that once every 2 weeks, then, the bell. I remember that when I was a student here. The tranquil, harmonious sounds of the bell. So if you do that once every 2 weeks for 500 words, then every month is 1,000, and then in a year you have 12,000, and in 3 years you've got a book. So if you hike it up just a little bit and get 1,000 words in a week, in 30 weeks you got a book. And that gives you some fudge room. Let's say you take a week off here and there. Well, still, in a year, you got a book. So, spending maybe 2-3 hours a week and trying to churn out that much in word production is really going to be helpful. And how do you do that? And I went over all those things. Other things that can feed your creative energies are while you're driving to and from class, to and from work, downtime, you want to inspire yourself, listen to audiobooks on writing. So those include I've listened to some great books on writing by Stephen King. His book on writing is superb. Another one is Steve Martin, Born Standing Up. Then there's Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. And there's a lot of other great books on writing. So, learn from the great ones. Just listen. How do they think about their writing? And you'll find yourself saying, oh, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, I can write from home. That's what Stephen King does. And Bird by Bird, oh, she's grabbing ideas just from daydreaming. I can do that. And then you do it. You do it with the self-discipline you have for your daily and weekly and monthly routines. And then success is assured. Don't expect to be perfect. And I'm not, and nobody else is. But just enjoy the process. Like, you're doing something people can't even imagine. In the class that I talked to yesterday, right there, I asked them, how many of you have ever met a book author? Raise your hands. 30 people were there. Nobody raised their hands. How many of you know how to write a book? Nobody raised their hands. How many would like to know? Yeah, everybody raised their hand. Yeah. So now you know. And you don't have to practice all these things, but you know that these principles are out there that can just absolutely turbocharge your writing style, your creativity. And I hope you enjoy the process of writing a book and championing yourself and your future in the process. This is Dr. Harris Jensen at the University of North Dakota campus, where I learned to be a professional writer. And also, right there, I learned in my first 2 years of medical school how to be a doctor. Have a good day.